we're going to talk about the man right now,
Oh
Steve
yeah,
Cohen and the New
Uncle
York
Stevie.
Mets. Steve Cohen, right now, to me, looks like the rich dude who walks into the rich dude's bar and buys everybody's shots, right? He's out there just flexing right now. He's been with us. What's he been?
Couple months, yeah.
Couple months, and he's already had a couple huge trades. And Lindor coming over to the Mets. I think that is an absolute splash.
Unbelievable.
That is
I
an
gotta give
absolute
it.
blockbuster trade. You're clapping over there. So Steve's playing no games, right? Steve's coming in here and he is running this regime right now, and he's not afraid to spend money and he's not afraid to shake things up. And I personally love it, right? We've been always in the shadow of the Yankees spending all that money. Now, like you were saying to me the other day, the Yankees are scared to even, pull the trigger on DJ LeMahieu, right?
Yeah.
And we're out here just throwing money around, and I love it. And I think it's going to carry over into success. So you're obviously a huge Mets guy, Marky. So tell me, what's your take on this trade, and how do you think it is going to launch this, this franchise in the right direction?
Well, I'll tell you this. I know
Because this is a franchise that's been teetering on the bubble. We've had great pitching in the past. We went to the World Series in 15. So
Yeah.
we're not the laughing stock that sort of the Jets are right now.
We're a good team. The Mets are a good team, but now we're starting to ascend to greatness.
Greatness.
I'm a huge offseason guy. I love stuff like this. I've been mocking up trades and lineups all offseason, but this is a move you're going to love come April, because I know you're more of a let me see the product on the field type of guy. Francisco Lindor is literally everything you could ask for in a franchise player. He's amazing offensively. He's got he's a 4-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger, I believe, 2-time Gold Glover. So amazing defense. Steals a ton of bases every year. He can run, super athletic. And then the biggest thing is he's got the huge personality. I think I
remember when he was mic'd up in the All-Star game. He was just fun to listen to out there too. He just seems like a great guy.
This guy is built for New York. I'm pretty sure he was like the face of Smile Direct Club because he has such a good smile and he's always smiling. Like, this guy is just made for New York. I couldn't be more excited. As much like I love DeGrom, I love all these guys, but hopefully Francisco Lindor we extend him and he is our franchise player for the next 8 to 10 years. That's what I want. He's a top 10 player in baseball. Like, you could not ask for any bigger of a move. And honestly, just to recap for those of you, I'm sure you all know, but the specifics of the deal, the Mets acquired Francisco Lindor and then a very, very solid, capable starter and Carlos Carrasco. Great story. Beat leukemia, came back and pitched last year, had a solid year. I believe he's 33 years old. Lindor's 27. And then in the deal, we traded Ahmed Rosario, once a top prospect in baseball. I think well received by Mets fans. He struggled, had his ups and downs, but overall a solid player.
He was a little bit streaky.
Yeah, we traded Andres Jimenez, who was a rookie phenom last year, amazing fielder. The bat didn't really match the glove, but, solid contributions all around. Nothing bad to say about Andres Jimenez. And then we gave up 2 prospects in the deal. Josh Wolf, who I believe was our 3rd rounder out of high school, not last year, but the year, not this draft, but the draft before, starting pitcher. And then we also gave up Isaiah Green, a 2nd round pick this year out of high school, outfielder, solid player. But you know what? These are the types of moves you got to make to, to become a powerhouse.
I mean, with the addition of the catcher and with Lindor now, do we have a weak spot in our lineup? I think 1 through 8, everyone's going to be able to hit, right? And we got a pretty solid fielding team.
I would say this. Anytime you add a 285 career hitter with more upside, right, with Lindor, he averages like on a 162 game stretch, he averages like 29 homers, like 85 RBIs, 20 stolen bases. Like, the dude's an animal. He is going to be plug and play right in the middle of this lineup. So that's a huge upgrade right there. But I will say, I do think the one weakness of the Mets right now is our fielding in the outfield. Like, right now you have Nimmo in center. You need to get him to left field. So I think whether you make one more big splash in Springer, or you go for Jackie Bradley Jr., who's an amazing fielder, slide him towards the bottom of the lineup, I'd be happy with that. But the problem is the Mets are in such a great position for an NL team to have a DH, because we need to get Dom Smith in the lineup, right? So right now, as let me read you what the lineup will be as of today, or not the lineup, the starting group. So at catcher, you'd have James McCann, great offseason addition at catcher. First base, you'd have Pete. This is with no DH. Second base, you'd have McNeil because of Cano's suspension. you'd have at short Lindor, third J.D. Davis, right field Conforto, center field Nimmo, left field Dom Smith. So in an ideal world, you bring in a center fielder, you bump Nimmo to left field, and then hopefully we get a DH and you get to slide Dom Smith in. Then that's just an elite team. Like, that is an amazing team.
And what about the rotation?
Right now it's looking like DeGrom is your ace, obviously. You could argue who's the 2-3, but let's say Stroman as your 2, Carrasco as your 3. Your 4 is going to be Syndergaard, who won't probably be back until June. It could be Lugo, Matt's filling in for him, whoever it may be. If they decide to go Lugo as a starter, I'd prefer him in the bullpen. And then your 5 is Peterson, who had a great rookie season last year. So this potential rotation in July could be DeGrom, Stroman, Carrasco, Syndergaard, Peterson, which is just lights out. Like, that is a great rotation as well.
I mean, I'll call my shot now. We're going to win the World Series next year. Call my shot now.
I hope so, man. And this is a team, like, look, I'm not saying we're the favorite on paper, but this is a team that could win it, like, for real. Like, no jokes aside.
Well, they're gonna. I already called my shot. So, congrats to the Mets on winning the World Series next year. In this upcoming season, not next
World
year.
Series champs.